All they have back at home is a few Marines in a bunker. And if you keep your Immortal alive, you're going to be fine. Our next map is going to be Ultrazeme Stronghold.
I think choya just needs to stay late game focused. He already won on Frost earlier, like in the late game, and he's doing these timings to get ahead, and I think he feels like that's the only way he can get into the late game, but I don't think he needs to think about it this way. Obviously, in game 1 of this series, he was at least focusing on the late game, not having some sort of attack plan, but he got crippled early on. I feel like if he can just sit back and defend anything that TY throws at him, his late game is pretty solid. He gets Psystorm out, he gets Colossi out, especially in this matchup right now. I think that he's got a shot, but he needs to not be nervous. The fact that he even typed out so fast in that last game worries me.
I know. That was a snap, get out of the game. I'm not articulate right now, Wolf. All I keep looking at when I see that screen is that we gotta tell TY about that hair on his nose. So if he does get to the losers match, he can either win or lose with style.
That's true. Well, Ultrazeme, man, big map.
Yeah, a great map too.
Tough to harass.
Let's see what Choya has in store for us here. Choya's had some very specific builds coming into this, but TY really outmaneuvered him back there. Again, Choya has to at least win this next game to bring us to our third match. Otherwise, TY is going to close this out, and that will be the end of Choya here in the GSL Code A.
Up one game in the series, despite the hair on his nose. This player is
TY.
You would think it'd be like a little bit itchy or something, and he'd...
No, look at it. I bet it's still there.
Oh!
No, yeah, it's still there.
Yeah, it's still there.
Still there.
Didn't focus fast enough.
Over here in the upper right, the perfect nose.
Choya.
Now look at this nose. This is clearly a nose.
Oh, yeah.
See, look, there's nothing on there.
Yeah, that nose looks
Even the glasses are fit perfectly on the nose.
Yeah, quite a good nose there.
Yep. Unfortunately, whether or not you got, a hair stuck on the tip of your nose or not, that's not what's going to yield a win here.
That's
Wolf.
not always the game changer.
It's not always the game changer. Contrary to popular belief, I know what mom and dad told you kids when you were younger. Well, hey, make sure you don't have anything on your face. That would be quite embarrassing.
Yeah, don't put a hair on your nose.
Well, it doesn't
you won't
actually
win the tournament.
Yeah, I know.
But
and you're like, Mom, I know.
I mean, sometimes you might think like, Marine King has used this strategy before where he just dyes his hair suddenly twice in a week, and he thinks that's going to be the game decider, but it oftentimes is not.
Sometimes it's not.
He goes 0-4 in the group, and it's over.
Yeah.
But hair on the nose even less significant, I would say.
Apparently so. We have a quick command center, by the way.
As expected for this map. And Choya's also going to Nexus first
and
here.
By the way, they are so far apart from each other right now.
So now we get to test Choya's late game again. TY has already shown in Pro League over and over and over and over again. In this matchup, he's one of the best. He was the best, and he might actually statistically still be. He had a bit of a slump recently, but he was excellent at this matchup. He would never die to Blink Stalkers. He's just in tip-top shape. And now Choya will be tested here because we are going to go to at least the mid-game. Nobody's going to die here like as fast as we saw last game. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah, this should be a very epic game. Unlike the last one. The last one was really cool, but it was just short and action-packed.
Yeah, it was just went out with a bang. That bunker at the natural build with the drop, I feel most good defensive Protoss players are not having trouble with that. I don't even like that build that much. Only on that map does it work okay. We've seen players like Creator, though, a teammate of Choya, actually just have no problems defending it and then just crush his opponent after the defense.
All right, well, the command center is about to finish up over here, and we're waiting to see what exactly the tech is going to be here from Choya.
We have a fast +1 coming out for TY.
Yeah.
While this builds up, I'm going to ask you a question.
Yeah, ask me any question.
What's your favorite type of Girl Scout cookie?
Oh, that's a great question. I would say the shortbread cookies are.
Oh, really?
Or the Thin Mints. But there's actually no other choice but those two. If anybody claims to have any other favorite Girl Scout cookie besides those two, I mean, they are a poser.
I think the mints are definitely significantly better than the rest of them. The
shortbreads are quite good.
I actually prefer tagalongs to the shortbreads, though, slightly.
What are the tagalongs?
They're like the peanut butter ones. They're a newer edition.
Oh, Wolf. You're one of those guys that likes peanut butter candy, aren't you? You like Reese's Pieces?
Yeah.
See, I actually just like peanut butter, but not peanut butter candy.
What do you think about peanuts in your M&Ms?
I'm okay with that.
I actually prefer the peanut M&Ms to the regular M&Ms because there's that
really
there's a bit of like salt or something in it. Like it just gives me this feeling of like.
I see. If I had to get M&Ms, I'd probably get Skittles instead. No,
Ooh.
Yeah. Well, I'm not much of a chocolate guy.
Yeah.
But the Thin Mint cookies, I think those, actually, Thin Mint or shortbread. Can you get Girl Scout cookies in Korea?
It's very difficult, but I have seen them before, like somebody who's like somehow stockpiled them. Who knows if that's legal, but
the illegal Girl Scout
Girl Scout
here,
cookie trade. Like he's like, all right,
you thought the black market was bad enough already.
It's 10,000 won for one Thin Mint cookie.
Oh my God!
Like
I guess they can hike the prices as much as they want out here.
Yeah. Well, ooh, look at this.
So, oh yeah, there's going to be a Stargate build. Boy Scouts sold, or what did Boy Scouts sell?
Popcorn.
They sold trash bags and popcorn. What's up with that?
I didn't know they sold trash bags, but
yeah, they sold trash bags. I was in Boy Scouts.
Oh, that's right. Actually, I was in for a time as well.
I never got past Tenderfoot. I got
to Star, I think.
Oh, you got to Star. That's pretty good. These guys are like, I got to stay in Boy Scouts no matter what. I got to get my Eagle badge. I'm like, well, I mean, do you need to do that?
I mean, I think it takes a lot of work and dedication. I think the best like symbol of like what an Eagle Scout is to me is like, well, you really stuck with that, you know.
Yeah, you did. You could tie all the knots.
You had like this goal and you did it because it's very difficult. It takes a lot of time and there's like a ton of requirements. But what I gained out of Boy Scouts, I feel, was just like a lot of knowledge about like how to get around in the woods by myself and take care of certain problems.
I definitely learned how to light a lot of things on fire. I had no idea how much moss would burn. I made so many fires. Eventually, they took away. Well, they found out I had a lighter too. Like you're supposed to use matches or make your own fire. I'm like, yeah, but I mean, come on, this is like the 21st century.
You know, did you have to have that fireman's chit or something?
Yeah,
Did they take corners off when they?
Yeah,
found
they
out?
did. Oh my God, this is so funny.
Oh wow,
that's so funny that you know about that.
By the way,
we got an Oracle.
Like
I'm coming out
late. Here. I mean, I don't. There's already so many Marines out. He's following up with Phoenixes for drop defense. I like that, but
well, the Reaper is going to get up here. And I don't know how many kills he'll be able to get. It's going to be a little bit tricky with the cannon there. There's a robotics facility, by the way, so he's getting a lot of different tech and upgrading at the same time. And the Reaper goes down.
Got all the information you wanted to see, though. Saw the Forge, robotics, also the Phoenix, and the Oracle. Well, I mean, with the Phoenix, he knows there's an Oracle coming, so. If he sends everything away, though, this could be a big problem. Okay, there's already a turret ready here. Good target.
He's got to be careful, though. Don't want to lose that.
I think he took a bit too much damage on that.
Okay, the Phoenix is coming down here now, too. Now, keep in mind, okay, so the Oracle can't do too much more damage. There's not a ton back here at home for the Protoss. And choya, out of everybody today, has made a lot of mini mistakes with his early game units.
Yeah. He's definitely not going to kill that command center with an Oracle, I wouldn't say. He delays it. Just doesn't do that much damage to buildings very quickly.
Yep.
Could have gotten a little bit more damage maybe done in the main base, but, whatever he can get. So, Bay, additional cannons. I don't know about sending the Phoenix across the map. I guess I didn't really accomplish anything for him. He's sent it home now. He's just really trying to find and kill drops.
That might have been a bad rally point, actually.
Yeah, same rally as the Oracle. I think you're right.
And I think when he sent out his Terran army, what he's trying to do is just make sure that the Protoss is not getting
a
third base. Yeah, so he can get an expansion up on his opponent.
Which was delayed a little bit. That was a good scout there. He even scans. He's like not sure exactly what's going on in the main base. He wants to see if there's a Colossus out yet or not, I think. Because if there is one, then he definitely can't stick around. And even without one, there's no reason to unless there's a third Nexus trying to be planted. Well, I like TY's position here. He's got a faster third significantly. There's no tech that choya has I look at and say, oh, well, this is going to be tough for TY to deal with. He doesn't have a significant Colossus lead over Vikings yet. He's going to lose his Oracle.
Nicely done there. Yeah, so right now I would have to say I like TY's position a lot. We have choya on 2 bases. Now, choya's proven actually way long ago that he's quite strong on 2 bases, but really look at the distance here between our red army and our teal army. The time it'll take for him to push all the way across there and hit the Terran is pretty tough. Plus, on a map this big, the Terran could just run around and actually hit different expansions, and shut them down and even pick up and fly all the way back home and defend. So, fundamentally, this is going to be pretty tough for choya to pull off.
Yeah. Catches a Marine, but he's going to drop here instead of attacking the third Nexus directly. Let's see. If choya overcommits to sending his units into the natural at the back, then maybe he can kill it with the Marines. Okay, no, he's doing a quad drop here. All 4 of them. Scans going everywhere. He's like just super invested in figuring out exactly where the defense is.
Okay, the drop turned out to not be so impactful. Choya might have been a little bit too ready to engage that drop. So that scared off TY.
Well, I mean, he's got a great number of units coming across the map here, but the Nexus will complete, which means Overcharge can be used. He's going to have +2 armor. And Choya again showing that his late game is not as weak as you might think, considering how many timings he normally shows. You look at a player like Choya, even the Shine we saw yesterday, you only see weird timing attacks out of him. You think that's all he can do, and then he shows you that he's very well versed in a completely different style as well. Holding onto this base is all about control here, and there are a lot of Widow Mines joining up with this forest. They got a buff recently, do a lot more extra damage to shields. Here comes that Nexus cannon, drops it.
Accidental pickup here. You know what, I think he might just get this Nexus.
Well, it's going to be tough, actually. With that Colossus here, the Nexus cannon, I don't think he gets it. I mean, well, obviously he doesn't because he's backed away after him. You know, he's like already at home. I'm like, I don't think he gets it. You're like, well, Wolf, this is like already been decided.
Well, let's see if this drop over here does anything.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of units out of position for Choya now, and
this is one problem when you're the Protoss in this spot. The Terran, you know, when they drop everything, everything does damage at once. It's not like you have something stuck in the back like you have with roaches or sometimes even with stalkers. I mean, you stim them, everything is firing. Okay, he picks up now. Now, is he going to go over here to the other base again? The expansion, perhaps? We already see some pressure up there. 2 cannons might make that a little bit more difficult.
Well, he still has those 2 Colossi as well. The Phoenix decided to chase at the wrong moment, not participating in the fight when it actually mattered, but these 2 cannons do make it difficult to engage. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Oh, good, nicely.
Whoa, nicely done there. Choya really on top of it, that part. Now, for workers right now, actually, Terran has got a way superior economy, 76 to 52, and you have to add mules into that as well.
4th command center as well, going to be able to be used as soon as it's done. With the map control he has right now, needs to be careful not to make too many SCVs, actually. It looks like he's stopped now, but he's just got a great economy, way more than a Terran would normally have in this case, and Choya's economy was hurt pretty significantly by those Widow Mines. And as long as he just keeps trading evenly, with a better economy that he has, things are going to work out.
Well, he did lose some of those medevacs back there, and Choya is starting to close in on his opponent. The Stalker's coming up here and blinking, hitting that medevac. And now he's darting down. He's going to regroup now in the middle. Again, right now, TY is still in a superior position. He's got a lead in supply, a lead economically, and he's almost just trying to catch Choya off guard here. Uh-oh, this could be bad. He's going to have to blink here. Is he paying attention?
I don't think he is.
I don't know. Ouch. Okay. The question, though, is, can Choya bounce back from this? Right now, he's been taking damage here and there. Really, Choya's had to focus on defending his main and his 2 expansions, while TY has not had any of his bases contested here. Oh my God! Actually, this
already out of shields.
Yep,
it's gone.
Bam. And that's exactly what Choya did not need to have happen.
The only thing that
the 4th base, by the way, is being taken here too.
Yeah, and the only thing that Choya has going for him in this game is upgrades, but they're not even that significantly ahead. I think it's just 1 set of upgrades ahead. He's at 3-1 versus 1-1, or 2-1. Okay, yeah. So 3-1 versus 2-1, and with +3 coming out, he's gonna even that up. But with the army size advantage that he has, it pretty much negates the upgrades for Choya. Starting to get the plasma shields now, so that's going to be helpful too. But 4th base is up, and he could just keep attacking and keep trading. He's adding the Ghost into the composition now. As you probably expect, Choya's going to be switching into High Templar, and he's not really invested in Vikings at all, which is actually correct. I mean, the Templar transition is happening. And
also, this map is large enough, you can get a pretty good arc around them. It's not a map where you're engaging in valleys where the Vikings, first of all, can safely hover over those locations that the ground units can't get to as easily. And now he's going to come out here. Excuse me, he actually does have some Vikings here.
Yeah, actually, you're right.
Not a ton,
but just exactly as much as he needs. And he hadn't been using them until now. This
by
is
the way,
first time he shows.
He's pulled some SCVs here too.
I think he's going to kill Choya.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Feels so bad.
This is a great time to go for it here too.
He's taken too much damage. He doesn't have the infrastructure to hold this. He has no Storm, as far as I can tell, either. Widow Mine shot on an Archon, that's never what you want to have happen. And oh wow, a bit of hesitation there you could see. Loses Colossus. First Archon is down. This base is going to fall again. Choya's fourth isn't even ready. The last Colossus will die.
Yeah, this should be GG
Too
here.
many EMP hits there. Another one.
TY just on another level here compared to Choya. I mean, Choya at this point in time, unworthy to move on here and get closer into the GSL Code S. His story does end here. TY's will go on to our next best of 3.
This is TY's best matchup too.
Clearly, yeah.
And so I don't see any surprise in this result. And he's even going to fight on the low ground against Zealots that can't close the gap here. And the game is over. Choya is going to decide whether he wants to type in Korean or in English. I think he's going with Korean this time for the GG.
There it is.
Actually, English.
GG. TY is your winner, but he's not. He's not out of this group here yet. He's got to win this next best of 3. Our final best of 3 for the Group I here.
Yeah,
against True.
And that's going to be a tougher one because this is the matchup where he's not as solid. And if he's not comfortable playing mech, which I don't think he really is compared to Supernova, True's style is really, really good against that type of bio. I guess we'll talk about that in a little bit, but this is the end of Choya's story for now. He's still going to be set to play in Pro League, I'm sure, in a few future matches, and he could always requalify. He's qualified several times in the past, so I feel bad for him, but I feel like he's got enough on his back to where he's in a much more stable place than, say, Supernova. Even though Supernova is a better player overall, he doesn't have a team to fall back on. So if he hadn't gotten out, for example, then he wouldn't... Oh my god, you have one hair on your nose that looks just like the TY one.
Do I?
You can't see it on camera, but I can see it. It like curves up the same way and everything. Do you want me to get that? There it goes.
Well, now my Terran skills are gone.
It's like I just had to mention it's like two
when
perfect.
You were looking, I was like, boop, I plucked one of these out and put it right there just so I could be good like him. We're going to go to our final best of 3 after the short break, so don't go anywhere.